Sky News understands Ukrainian troops are thought to have used British Challenger 2 tanks in their offensive inside Russia. Let's go live now to our Defence and Security editor, Deborah Haynes, who's in northeastern Ukraine. Deborah, does this change anything, the fact that British hardware has been used on Russian soil?
Well, so I understand that it's thought that that is the case. It's not yet confirmed, but if it is confirmed, then this would be the first time that British main battle tanks operated by Ukrainian forces would have been used in combat on Russian territory. Now, the Ministry of Defence in London declined to comment on operational details, and the Ukrainian armed forces didn't offer a comment, but the UK has confirmed that Ukraine is free to use British weapons on Russian territory as part of its war, its defence of Russia's war here in Ukraine, according to government policy. And a source has said to me that that does include Challenger 2 tanks that the UK gifted to Ukraine last year. And this source signalled that they had been used as part of the offensive into Kursk region, which began on the 6th of August. In terms of the wider mission, we know that that the 82nd Air Assault Brigade, which is an elite unit within the Ukrainian armed forces, they have been the ones that have been using British tanks since the UK gifted them to Ukraine. And we also know that elements of that brigade are operating inside Russia as part of this operation. Now, details of when or how many Challenger 2 tanks have been used are not clear yet, so we will have to wait and see if there is any comments. There's been a huge amount of operational security around Ukraine's operation into Russia. But in terms of the Challenger 2 tanks, you'll remember that the UK led all of its allies at the beginning of last year when it agreed to offer Challenger 2 tanks to Ukraine. It gave 14 of these tanks. They've been in service in the British Army since the 1990s, but they are extremely credible and powerful pieces of equipment. We know that one Challenger 2 tank was actually destroyed in operations in September of last year, being used by Ukrainian forces, so they are clearly out on the battlefield and in use. But in terms of what effect it might or might not have on the operations inside Kursk region, one defence analyst who I was speaking to about this said that if the Challenger 2 tanks really are on the ground, then they will be making a difference.